How did you meet? How did you get together? How did you meet?
He came here, this is kind of like a little story. He came here together with Lomachenko. They came a team from Ukraine. Then I was chasing Lomachenko, so I pulled all my strings in Ukraine to find him. So I tried every single possibility I can. Of course, I heard about the Alexander Usyk as well, but at that point, Lomachenko was very interesting to everybody. Everybody was talking about after 2012 Olympics. He's a two-time gold medalist, and everybody knew how good boxing are in Ukraine. So basically, we had I found through a friend of mine who has a friend, and this friend has a friend who knew a taxi driver, and this guy knows that. So anyway, so somehow I met the person who was president of Kiev Boxing Federation, and he knew very well all of these guys. And then I started talking to him. I was just trying to bring them somehow here, and I knew the people from London was talking to them, from England. Everybody was trying to get. And then I and him, we got on the phone, and I kind of like offered. They said, "Why don't you come to United States? Bring Faber, bring Vasily, come yourself." You know, and I'll introduce you with the promoters, and we can, we'll make a tour and we'll go around. So next day he calls me and he goes like, "You know what? I spoke and it looks like we're okay to come over to see." I said, "Good, perfect." He said, "But we're gonna bring 14 people." God damn. And like 3 or 4, they're gonna fly business class and hotels, and I thought for myself, this is a pretty big investment, to bring them 14 people from Ukraine, and I wanted them to meet, people in New York. I wanted to bring them to Los Angeles. I wanted to take them to Vegas, and I thought for a little bit about that, and I said, you know what? I'll gamble. I'll take that shot. And they told me right away they're not going to bring just Lomachenko. We're going to bring Usyk with them. We're going to bring another guy from who was in the Olympics, and that's how we ended up. So I got the tickets. I worked on the visas. I make arrangements to make bookings for the hotels, where we're going to go, where we're going to fly. And they came. We met in New York. We went to Sands Casino, Pennsylvania. Sergey was fighting. I think he was fighting White. That night. I don't remember. Помнишь, кого Серега боксировал в Сенсе, когда вы приехали? No, it's okay. So we went to there, we met with Kathy Duva. Kathy Duva fell in love with his kid right away. She was kind of like, wow, I like Usyk, She says, like, I don't think I can do much for Lomachenko, but I like Usyk. So we went to New York. I showed them a little bit New York. Then we flew to Los Angeles. We came here. We stayed right here across the street at the Western Hotel, and we went to Golden Boy office. We met with Eric was there. Richard Schaefer was still working for the Golden Boy. Richard was there. We were sitting, we talking about. The guys was so happy, and they stepped out. Probably, this is who's going to be worked with. And then we went to Los Angeles. Las Vegas. Came to the office. We came to Top Rank's office. It was on the Bruce Trampler and the Brad Goodman, so we didn't know much what to talk about it, because Bob Arum was here in Los Angeles at the press conference for Martinez. No, Martinez.
Chavez?
No. It was a press conference for Timothy Bradley and Marquez. Yeah, Timothy Bradley and Marquez. So Bruce, when we came to the office, Bruce called Bob Arum and said, "We have a Lomachenko in the office." And Bob says, "What? Lomachenko in my office and I'm not there?" everybody was telling me they can bring Lomachenko. He didn't believe it. We were in office. So we all then already not me, but Bob, flew us to Los Angeles same next morning, and we came and we talked. That's how everything became. Was our first meeting. Then talking with the promoters. So Alexander was that time cruiserweight division was completely dead, absolutely. So Alexander said, I told Alexander, I said, if somebody's going to take you here right now in the States, they're just going to take you because you coming with Loma. So I said, my advisement would be, as much as I want to work with you, don't take wrong, but much better would be if you go back to Ukraine and you start there, then you show what you can do, and then come back here to the United States. And then you're going to be ready, we'll bring you back to the United States. So basically, been saying, we just became boxer and a manager in the last days. It's not true, because I knew him, he knew me. We always was in contact, calling each other, talking about what's going on. And he was always coming for Lomachenko's fight, every single one. So we spent a lot of time. We did a lot of talking, and we knew one day we're going to be sitting, like here in front of a press as a boxer and a manager. So it's not surprised, and that's answering the question how we met. Sorry for a long story.